Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kopano Ramashala and we're back for another episode of how to monetize your hotspots in Africa using Powerlynx. Now, as promised, I did mention that in this video we'll be going through a step-by-step type of setup of setting up all of this equipment. In front of me here I have the famous big AP that everybody asks about, and I also have, if you can see it there, our Mikrotik router. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Once again, a great thank you to everybody who's been engaging with the content, everybody who has liked it, shared it. And for those who haven't subscribed, I dare you to click that subscribe button. At the end of the day, if you want to refer back to this step-by-step video, you're going to want to have to be subscribed so you know which channel you got this information from. So be sure to click that subscribe button. Now, I'm going to simply just dive into things because this hotspot setup is so simple and it's only going to take us minutes for you to have it up and running and selling vouchers like you want to. Let's go. Now, as you can see, I am on Powerlynx. I've already logged on. That's my username right there. For those who have already used the link that's in the description to sign up for their version of Powerlynx through our affiliate link, should know this type of setup. If not, you're more than welcome to also click the link. Maybe jump onto the trial first to try things out so you can go through this step by step as I'm going through it as well. So let's get it. First things first, we want to start by setting up a captive portal or a splash page. I'm going to start with captive portal here, and okay, it'll make sense to start with a splash page. I'll start with a splash page here. As you can see, I already have some active ones. I'll delete this one here. That one is currently active and working. So if I delete it, it would be a great mess. Let's just say wonke test. Country code, you need to select your country. Maybe if I had a hotspot in Afghanistan, Cambodia, Bahamas, I'd also add those country codes as well. That's the beauty of Powerlynx. You could have multiple hotspots anywhere in the world and they'll still work. And then the SSIDs. So I'm gonna leave this blank for now. We'll come back to this so you guys can see where that comes in. But I can name this, I'd say Wakwena Wonke 2 and just leave it at that. We'll also add in something else here later, but you guys will see. And then in my splash page, do I want people to get like a trial, a free version first? I want them to sign up. I want their name, their email address, for them to accept the terms and conditions. I accept that you will use my info for getting in touch, as well as share it with third-party affiliates. For example, if you have an advert running and so on and so forth, you're going to want to have terms and conditions that will be accustomed or attuned to that. OTP verification you'll switch on only if you have an SMS gateway that's already integrated into your Powerlynx. For example, once a user is registered, you'll that SMS gate will send them like an OTP verification to verify that their number is true and link it to their device. And then I'll say add. Okay, I've added that, and then I want to go to theme. As you can see, there's a logo over there. That's the beautiful Powerlynx logo. So I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to choose a logo, and I'm going to sift through my 100 files here. Yeah, I do have sometimes a file management problem, but I think I've solved that. Where is that logo? I'm going to use my old logo, but it doesn't have what you call a clear background, so I won't use that. Just use the telecoms logo, and there you go, it's uploaded. And as you can see, I can size it, make it small, make it nice and big for you all to see. And then the colors, some of these colors do go with my colors. I have a purple there, so I think I'll keep that. Maybe I can do this. The body, I want to change the color of the text. Maybe I'd also have it purple. And then secondary text, just for the sake of you guys seeing what I'm doing, I'll make it a green. Background type, you could have it a color, you could have it an image of your choice. For now, I'll just keep it as a color. Have it white, or let me say, I don't know if this will work. Black will work. Too much. Let's see if maybe we make it an orange, if that'll work. Yeah, I'll make it an orange, like still in line with my colors, you see. So you'd make the background generally the same colors of your branding would be nice, or you could have images there, whatever image you design. It'll be cool for you. Buttons, say the right color. Input would keep it as black. And then we save. We're done. We have saved. Now, that's it. We've configured and set up our splash page. Simple as that. On to the next. Now we'll literally start setting up our hotspot, yeah? We'll go to locations. Now you'll add a location. As I said, I already have an active one, so you'll see Daviton. I'll add the location maybe here as Ben City, Benoni. Company name, that's where you'll put your company name. City, Benoni, address. I'll just say my old PO box. 1500, email. hello@test.co.za. Phone number, you'll fill in, and SSIDs, we're going to add again that Bakwena, Wonke 2. Then we'll add that. And then hotspots. Now, this is where all of the exciting stuff happens. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to do a setup using obviously a Mikrotik router, which I have advised most of you to do, but you can do it with almost any router. But yeah, this is where we're going to start. If, for example, my access point wasn't in bridge mode, which is something you need to set up prior, but I'll do another video with something like that. I could go directly to my access point. If it was a Mikrotik access point, if it was a Teletronica access point, a Cuddy access point, a Cambium access point, I'd literally just be configuring the actual hotspot and not have the router. But as I said before, I prefer to have a router, so it's the one that's, you know, doing the whole access concentrator work. It's doing the heavy lifting, the hard lifting, pushing through the bandwidth, and also, you know, controlling everything. So yeah, we're gonna add our NAS title. What can I call this? Ben City Hotspot. NAS type, Mikrotik, and I'll say Benoni library. And then we click next. Now, this is the beauty of Powerlynx. You have two types of setups. You have a simple one and an advanced setup. So we have an advanced setup here. This is for us pro Vovos, the pro Vovos. They already know what they're doing and would like to tinker a bit more, where you could choose your connection type between Powerlynx and your NAS, be it your router that's Mikrotik or access point that's Mikrotik. So does it have a public IB? Do you want to connect via WireGuard or OpenVPN? And the radius secret. But simple setup is the best. Even I just use it because it's quick. Now the simple setup has two types. You want to set up the VPN only, or do you want the full setup? Now the full setup here, it's going to generate a script that will establish a WireGuard connection between your Powerlynx and your router. It'll set up your radius server. It'll set up a hotspot server, etc., etc. All of the stuff that you're going to need to literally set up your hotspot or your router. That'll be your access concentrator. Now I'm going to click next because I want to generate the script, and it's done. As you can see on the screen, it says you need to copy the script below and paste it in the CLI or terminal of your Mikrotik router. Now before I do that, or let me just copy the script, and then I want to go to my Mikrotik here. So as you can see, this Mikrotik I had already set up, but I'm gonna now take it back to defaults. Now I want you to reset your configuration. Even if you have a new Mikrotik, I'd prefer that you reset it to a completely blank. By that you tick the no default configuration here, because obviously there's a default config on it already. And then we're gonna reset it. So while that happens, as it's going and going and going, excuse me, it's probably booted me out already. It should have. I'll just say disconnect here. It looks like it's still okay. Clearly it wasn't listening to me. Reset config, guys. Reset. No default config. Okay. Seems like it's done. I was rushing the process. Yeah, don't look at my other stuff here. But you'll see these IP addresses. Even if you try and hack, you won't be able to get into these. That's thanks to something else, but I'll mention that in another video. Now I'm just waiting for it to show, but I think I need to set up my network here, because I had manually done it, but to another IP. So I'm just waiting for that to go up. Alright, let's see if it sees it yet. Okay, let me just change my manual address here. These are things that you obviously should know by now, but if not, default IP for Mikrotik is 88.1, and there it is. If you now reset it with no configuration, it'll obviously give you that IP address of 0.0.0, and then I'll click it. And by the way, for those who don't know, this is Winbox software you use to connect to your Mikrotik. Now I'm gonna connect to my Mikrotik. Wrong username and password, so it's completely blank and back to default, so there is no username and password. And as you can see, there's nothing, absolutely nada. Now we're gonna start. Go to new terminal. It's gonna ask me for a new password. I'll just set that up quickly. I hope those passwords are the same. Lovely, lovely stuff. That's number one. Okay, now you gotta make sure that your Mikrotik is connected to the internet. I have this cable here that's already plugged in. That is my internet. This is what's connected to my computer. This is what's connected to the hotspot. Now on Ethernet 1, that's where I have my internet. So that's where I want us to start. I'm gonna go to IP, DHCP client. Now if you're plugged into your ISP's router, it's probably gonna give you a DHCP address, and I'm gonna add that. I'm just gonna comment and say WAN, and then yeah, Bob's your uncle, click OK. It'll search, and there it is. It's got an IP address. So we should have internet. If we ping 8.8.8, let's see, there you go, we have internet. We can ping Google servers. That's the first rule. Sharp. Now I just want to rename this. I like to be neat, so forgive me. So I know what's what. I want to rename all of these Ethernets. On Ether 2, I have my management. Okay, and then plugged into Ethernet 3, that's where I have my hotspots. So I'll just rename that as well. It's vital to do this housekeeping so you know where you are in life, you know. Now, as I said, I had already copied the script. I'll just copy it again so you guys can see me copying it and remember. And then I'm gonna paste it. And now I'm gonna let it do its thing. It's doing its thing, it's doing its thing, it's doing its thing. I'm sure you're also seeing changes to the interfaces here. So it's doing its thing, it's doing its thing. Just wait a couple of seconds. It's barely a minute, it's just seconds that it's gonna take to actually do this. The reason why I said you need internet is because it's also downloading the HTML file from the captive portal that you created, and it's pasting it already in there. And we are done. Like that, eh? Finished. Eh? Now the next step, because I actually realized this when I was setting this up, there's a few things that the script doesn't do. But what I'm going to do in Bridge, because it's created a bridge called Powerlynx, what I'm going to do is add the port that we had labeled hotspot and click OK. And there you go. And then number 2, we're gonna go to radius and add radius. Now the script says it's supposed to generate a radius already, but somehow it doesn't. I don't know why. And this address here, we're gonna have 172.16.1.1, I think. Let me not thumb suck that one. Let's go back to Powerlynx. Okay, so that Powerlynx address is 16.0.1. 172.16.0.1. And then you want to make the timeout 3000. Now the source address we'll put in now, as well as the secret, because it has generated them. Now here in the script, as you can see, there's the source address, 172.16.2.74. One 172.16.2.74, and the secret, it's that 6FA, 6F, let's see, it's a capital A, nope, 6FA, 29622, 29622, yeah, there you go, and can apply. Right, okay, and then we're gonna come to incoming, and then that's already set up. Now you can do that hotspot setup after you've clicked go to the hotspot, where you'll see this other information here. I'll show you now. Now we want to check status if Powerlynx is talking to the router. Unreachable. Yikes. Why is it unreachable? There you go. So it's quite finicky, it's weird. I guess I needed to restart that WireGuard interface, and then it works, so you should see that. And yeah, we're basically done now. As I said, you'll see that NAS IP address, the radius secret there, once we say next, go to hotspot. And as you can see, we're basically done, so we'll say save, then we'll go back to location, and then we'll refresh that, and there you go. Now we're going to go to splash pages, and on these splash pages there's that test one. We're going to enable it, and we are good. And then we go back to details, and as you can see, SSID, we have Bakwena Wonke 2. Now we're going to go to hotspot here, the hotspot setup here, and as you can see, the server is named Ben City, so we need to put Ben City under this. Now make sure that you go to the next line, and we're going to say Ben City, and as you can see, under locations details, we've saved it. We save. We're going to go back to config, splash pages, go to your test, under general, under SSIDs, we're going to put Ben City once more, and we'll save. And lastly, we're going to go to captive portal, and then this is just general rule of thumb for every captive portal that you have. I already have location here. I can say Ben City. Not. I'm gonna put for all then, because I should be seeing Ben City location there, but it's not showing up. Guess it needs a refresh. But yeah, this enables your trial sessions. That means people will be able to log in for a trial and then gumnand, you know what I mean. Now we have saved. Now we're gonna go to setting up your data plans. I already have some data plans that are here. I've got my free data plan, my Yasedladleni data plan, that's for management. So if they want to log on to the access point and do some configs, they can log on to it, and they have vouchers for that. And yeah, the rest is our 5 Rand a day voucher, our 30 Rand a week voucher, our 120 per month voucher. And these vouchers all have 30 megs download speed and 10 megs upload speed. So I'm just gonna add another one for the test. Say Bakwena test, half tiger, 5 Rand, 500, 5 Rand, and we'll say it's active. We'll just say HT5, voucher prefix, 10,000 kilobytes per second, download 10,000 kilobytes per second upload, and price, we'll say it's 5 Rand. Expires in, when do you want it to expire? Do you want it to expire in 1 day, 5 days, 6 days? So we'll say expire after 1 day. And then, do you want any limits in terms of downloads? Like, do you want someone to be able to download a terabyte in 1 day? No. But I'm pretty generous. It's uncapped. So I don't believe in actually putting a limit, but you gotta have to put some fair use limits. So maybe a typical Netflix streamer, or I'd say maybe 110 gigs, okay. Online time limit. This is vital, 1 day. And usage limits. Define the frequency of voucher purchases. Unlimited. So they can purchase this as many times as they want. Yeah, but its use needs to be once per day, because once that day is over, it's over. You know, I'll leave this to 0. And then simultaneous devices, let's say 1, unless you want to have, for example, maybe you've got this set up and not in a hotspot type of thing, but in a more wireless ISP type of thing. And your client has their own CP edition router. And on that router, they want to connect their phone, their laptop, their TV. You can up these simultaneous devices to 4 maybe. And they'll be able to connect those devices on the one voucher. And then you can mark it as popular, and it'll be at the top. And then you add. And then it's done. Back to list. I'll refresh that so you can see it. There's the Bakwena test of Tiger. And we are done. Now we're going to go back to locations. Go back to Ben City. Go back to plans. And we'll enable it. Maybe I'll enable the Ihala 1 hour free and the monthly one, so you guys can just see, and you're done. You're done. Oh, splash page wasn't enabled. Now it's enabled. So my plans, payment gateways, we'll do that in another session. so you guys can see, but you can also enable access code, and that's if you're going to be printing vouchers. So in the next video, so we don't make this one lengthy, we get onto payment gateways and all of that jazz. And yeah, that's up hotspot. There it is. We can ping it. Nice. Back to location. Details. That is sweet. Now I just want to confirm everything, double check everything here. Also on our Mikrotik, see addresses per MAC 2. You can keep that, and that's fine. And then you'll have your walled garden. Currently, it's only set up that when a customer connects, it can only go to these websites. And that's the server, and that's your Powerlynx app. And that's it, you know. And now we'll be going to the next step. We're gonna be mounting this beautiful equipment up there outside somewhere, and then, yeah, connect to our hotspots. But as a test, we can go do this right now. Let us see. Okay. Now we'll be connecting to our Wi-Fi hotspot. Currently connected to my own Wi-Fi. That's Anpu. And there we have Bakwena Wonke Wonke Wi-Fi. Wanky Wanky Wonky Wonke. And we should be able to, now it says sign into network. We're gonna click that. And it's asking for our numbers. As you can see, our splash page is loaded. 6142449330. That's Bakwena Telecom's business WhatsApp. And congratulations, I'm connected. Okay, still connected. See if we can browse for Mahala. Hey guys, me I like cars, so you'll see my YouTube is checking out cars. And there's our channel, and there you go. So yeah, that's basically it. I can play my video, press play so it stop recording my audio, but I'm sure you can hear audio on this. As you can see, everything is up to standard, up to scratch. I'm even gonna go connect my laptop here to the free Wi-Fi so you guys can see. Okay, now I'm gonna connect my laptop to Wonky Wonky. I wish I could use another number. Let me say 061 00 00 00 0. It's gonna ask for my email on a POC at test.co.za, my name, Kopano Ramshala, and I agree to the terms and conditions. If I click T's and C's, I'll be able to see them, and finish. And as you can see, it's asking me to choose a plane. So I can use the access code here. I can buy my Clipper 20, my Hala, and our Bakwena Test Half Tiger. If I click buy, it should forward me now to a payment gateway, but it's gonna keep me in the loop because I haven't set up those payment gateways properly. This is probably pay fast or not. It actually isn't pay fast. You can use a one for you voucher there. If I have one, I can use my debit card. I can put my email address here. onapok@test.co.za. My mobile number again. And this is vital that users actually do this, because if they don't, you won't be able to really refund them or verify them if they have paid and something has gone wrong, you know. 06100000000. And then I would probably use the one for you voucher, seeing as we have puzzle shops nearby and they can buy a voucher there. And then we'll click pay with one voucher. And then they'll put their mobile number and the voucher number, submit, and they'll be done. So it's as simple as that. We are up and running, and only in a matter of minutes. So yeah, please join me for our next video. Make sure you subscribe so you don't lose out. In the next video, we'll be setting up payment gateways and going through other little nitty-gritty things that you can see within Powerlynx. But as you can see, it was very simple, very straightforward. Didn't need a lot of tinkering, except my OCD every here and now and there. But yeah, everything works fine, works perfectly, and you guys can attest. Now, if you want to set this up on your own, you're more than welcome to rewind, repeat, do what you have to this video. So make sure you're subscribed, and you want to test it out and you don't have Powerlynx yet, make sure you click the link in the description, you know, and you can connect via that affiliate link. Start out with a trial if you don't have the funds yet, test things out. If you're happy 100% and you want to get things working, you can also now sign up for your license, and 2 months into your license, you'll get yourself 100 USD free for you to do what you please. Either you can take it towards your license, or you can withdraw it, do what you please and will with it. So that's basically it from me today. And yeah, we look forward to the next video where we set up more things within Powerlynx. As I said, the payment gateways and wall gardens, etc., etc. Maybe we'll use other equipment besides what we have in front of us here. But without further ado, I thank you once more for being with us, engaging. Make sure to comment, make sure to engage, drop me some mails of what you think with the step-by-step. Do you want me to go in further with other step-by-step videos like this one? And yeah, that's basically it. So thank you very much, and it's been another one. Goodbye.